Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Just Georgian Show. I'm your host Georgian and today is the Christmas quiz. Now, hope everyone had a nice Christmas day. I certainly did. And yeah, I thought I would just do the quiz. I think I did mention that in the last video. So yes, without further ado, let's get started. So the quiz this year, there are 7 rounds. Christmas round, food and drink, geography, history, movie round, sports round and TV round. So lots of rounds to go through, 7 in total. So this is going to be a long video, but hey ho, hope everyone enjoys it. It's 10 questions each round, and I'm going to read through each of the questions once and then read through them again, and then we'll read out the answers. So obviously you can pause it multiple times and then obviously replay it when you've answered all 10 questions, or at least attempted to. And then I'll read out the answer straight afterwards. So let's crack on with this, shall we? So, first round's going to be the Christmas round. Question 1. What Hollywood actor played 6 different roles in The Polar Express? What Hollywood actor played 6 different roles in The Polar Express? Question 2. Who played Scrooge in The Muppet Christmas Carol? Who played Scrooge in The Muppets Christmas Carol? Question number 3. Donald Trump makes a cameo appearance in which Christmas film? Donald Trump makes a cameo appearance in which Christmas film? Question number 4. Which royal first delivered the royal Christmas message? Which royal first delivered the royal Christmas message? Question 5. What does Noel mean in Latin? What does Noel mean in Latin? Noel spelled N-O-E-L. Question number 6. According to the Christmas song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas? According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas? Question number 7. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? Question number 8. What is the best-selling Christmas song ever? What is the best-selling Christmas song ever? Question number 9. What was Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of? What was Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of? And finally, question 10. What popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving? What popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving? So that's the 10 questions. I'll read them out hopefully as quickly as possible. I'm just going to not even say 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to read them. What Hollywood actor played 6 different roles in The Polar Express? Who played Scrooge in The Muppets Christmas Carol? Donald Trump makes a cameo appearance in which Christmas film? Which royal first delivered the royal Christmas message? What does Noel mean in Latin? According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas? How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? What is the best-selling Christmas song ever? What was Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of? And what popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving? So out of 10. Okay. Now we'll do the answers. Little pause there just in case you needed a pause. So, question number 1 is Tom Hanks. For what Hollywood actor played 6 different roles in The Polar Express? It's Tom Hanks. Who played Scrooge in The Muppets Christmas Carol? That would be Michael Caine. Donald Trump makes a cameo appearance in Home Alone 2. Which royal delivered the first royal Christmas message? That would be George V. What does Noel mean in Latin? It means birth. According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas? 8 maids a milking. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? It's Feliz Navidad. What is the best selling Christmas song ever? That's White Christmas. What was Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of? A button. And then what popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving? Jingle Bells. So mark your score out of 10 and we'll move on to the next round. The next round is going to be the food and drink round. Now when we play this quiz, we do a joker for one of these 7 rounds. So if you think you're strong on that particular round, you play your joker and it doubles your points. So if you score 10 out of 10, you'd actually get 20 points, which is, phenomenal if you got 10 out of 10 on any of these questions, to be fair. Some of these ones I don't even know when I was comprising them, but it's good to top up your knowledge, I suppose. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Food and drink round. Out of 10 once again, as I've said. Question number 1. What is the national dish of Thailand? What is the national dish of Thailand? Question number 2. Which traditional Indian dish is made with basmati rice, spices and meat or vegetables, often served with raita and naan bread? Which traditional Indian dish is made with basmati rice, spices and meat or vegetables, often served with raita and naan bread? Question number 3. What is the name of the Middle Eastern dip made with chickpeas, tahini, lemon juice and garlic? What is the name of the Middle Eastern dip made with chickpeas, tahini, lemon juice and garlic? Question number 4. The Newcastle Brown Ale brand of beer is owned by which European brewing company? The Newcastle Brown Ale brand of beer is owned by which European brewing company? Question number 5. Lincolnshire pigs. This is the meat that comes from the pig. Lincolnshire sausages even. I don't know why I said pigs. Lincolnshire sausage is flavoured with which herb? Great, this is live, I can't edit that out. Question number 5. Lincolnshire sausage is flavoured with which herb? Question number 6. Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known as in the UK? Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known as in the UK? Question number 7. Bubble and squeak is better known as meat, cabbage and which vegetable? Bubble and squeak is better known as meat, cabbage and which vegetable? Question number 8. In French cooking, what does en croute mean? In French cooking, what does en croute mean? Question number 9. Wiener Schnitzel, a national dish of Austria, is what type of meat? Wiener Schnitzel, a national dish of Austria, is what type of meat? And question number 10. If you were in Australia and eating a sinker, what would you be having? If you were in Australia and eating a sinker, what would you be having? Mark your scores out of 10 as always. I'll quickly run through the questions again. National dish of Thailand. Traditional Indian dish is made with basmati rice, spices and meat or vegetables, often served with raita and naan bread. What is the name of the Middle Eastern dip made with chickpeas, tahini, lemon juice and garlic? The Newcastle Brown Ale brand of beer is owned by which European brewing company? Lincolnshire sausages, not pigs. Lincolnshire sausage is flavoured with which herb? Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known as in the UK? Bubble and squeak is better known as meat, cabbage and which vegetable? In French cooking, what does en croute mean? Wiener Schnitzel, and the national dish of Austria, is what type of meat? And finally, if you were in Australia and eating a sinker, what would you be having? So that's the 10 questions for the food and drink round. Enough time's elapsed. Question number 1, answer for food and drink. What is the national dish of Thailand? It's pad thai. The traditional Indian dish is a biryani. What is the name of the Middle Eastern dip? It's hummus. The Newcastle Brown Ale brand of beer is owned by which European brewing company? That would be Heineken. Lincolnshire sausages is flavoured with sage. Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known in the UK? It's known as an aubergine. Bubble and squeak is better known as meat, cabbage and which vegetable? It's potato. In French cooking, what does en croute mean? It means in pastry. Wiener Schnitzel, a national dish of Austria, is what type of meat? It's veal. If you were in Australia and eating a sinker, what would you be having? You'd be having a pie. A pie. So, that is the food and drink round. Scores out of 10 as always. Moving on swiftly, we are going on to the geography round. Once I can get it open on my screen. Got my tablet here. Yes, geography round. We're all good to go. Okay. Question number 1 of geography round. What is the largest city in Australia? Question number 1. What is the largest city in Australia? Question number 2. What is the capital city of Iran? Question number 2. What is the capital city of Iran? Question number 3. What is the largest river in South America? What is the largest river in South America? Question number 4. Which Italian island is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? Which Italian island is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? Question number 5. How many counties are there in England? Is it A, 81, B, 83 or C, 86? How many counties are there in England? Is it A, 81, B, 83 or C, 86? Question number 6. What type of leaf is on the Canadian flag? What type of leaf is on the Canadian flag? Question number 7. Which capital city has the largest population? Which capital city has the largest population? Question number 8. What capital city is known as the City of Love? That's question number 8. What capital city is known as the City of Love? Question number 9. The Angel of the North is in which UK town? The Angel of the North is in which UK town? And finally, question number 10. What is the capital city of Scotland? What is the capital city of Scotland? So mark your scores out of 10. I'll run through them quickly, as always. What is the largest city in Australia? What is the capital city of Iran? What is the largest river in South America? Which Italian island is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? How many counties are there in England? What type of leaf is on the Canadian flag? Which capital city has the largest population? What capital city is known as the City of Love? The Angel of the North is in which UK town? And what is the capital city of Scotland? So scores out of 10. I'll give it 5 seconds for people to pause and then have the answers read out. And we're back. Okay, so question number 1. What is the largest city in Australia? It's Sydney. What is the capital city of Iran? It's Tehran. What is the largest river in South America? It's the Amazon River. Which Italian island is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? That will be Sicily. How many counties are there in England? It is 83. What type of leaf is on the Canadian flag? That's maple. Which capital city has the largest population? It's Beijing. Which capital city is known as the City of Love? That's Paris. The Angel of the North is in which UK town? That will be Gateshead. And what is the capital city of Scotland? It's Edinburgh. So that's your geography round, scores out of 10, as always. Next round, which no one will be playing their Joker round probably on. I like the round, it's history. But first I've got to have a drink, so it's a little interval. Oh, that's better. Right. So much talking, you see. History round, without further ado. Question number 1. In what year did the Chernobyl disaster occur? Question number 1. What year did the Chernobyl disaster occur? Easy for me to say. Question number 2. In which European country was there a civil war between 1946 and 1949? In which European country was there a civil war between 1946 and 1949? Question number 3. In which century was the war... I'll start again. Question number 3. In which century was the War of the Roses? Question number 3. In which century was the War of the Roses? Question number 4. In which year was the World Wide Web's first web page published? Bit of a tongue twister for you there on your Boxing Day. Question number 4. In which year was the World Wide Web's first web page published? Question number 5. In which decade was the first Olympic Games to establish the Paralympic Games? In which decade was the first Olympic Games to establish the Paralympic Games? Question number 6. In which year did the Munich air disaster in which 8 Manchester United players lost their lives, when did it happen? In which year did the Munich air disaster in which 8 Manchester United players lost their lives happen? Question number 7. The currency of the euro came into being in which year? Was it A, 1991, B, 1995, or C, 1999? The currency of the euro came into being in which year? A, 1991, B, 1995, or C, 1999? Question number 8. The Yorkshire Ripper was arrested in January 1981 following one of the largest police investigations ever. What was his real name? The Yorkshire Ripper was arrested in January 1981 following one of the largest police investigations ever. What was his real name? Question number 9. Luna 1, the first spacecraft to reach the vicinity of the Moon and to orbit the Sun, was launched by which country in 1959? Luna 1, the first spacecraft to reach the vicinity of the Moon and to orbit the Sun, was launched by which country in 1959? Question number 10. In 1833, the British claimed sovereignty over which South Atlantic islands? In 1833, the British claimed sovereignty over which South Atlantic islands? That's question number 10. So mark your scores out of 10 as always. And I will read through them quickly as I always do. What year did the Chernobyl disaster occur? In which European country was there a civil war between 1946 and 1949? In which century was the War of the Roses? In which year was the World Wide Web's first web page published? Try and say that 5 times. In which decade was the first Olympic Games to establish the Paralympic Games? In which year did the Munich air disaster in which 8 Manchester United players lost their lives happen? The currency of the euro came into being in which year? A, 1991, B, 1995, or C, 1999? The Yorkshire Ripper was arrested in January 1981 following one of the largest police investigations ever. What was his real name? Luna 1, the first spacecraft to reach the vicinity of the Moon and to orbit the Sun, was launched by which country in 1959? And in 1833, the British claimed sovereignty over which South Atlantic islands? Scores out of 10, please. Okay. Another interval for a drink break. No alcohol in there, just water. That comes later. Question number 1. Chernobyl disaster occurred in 1986. European country with the civil war was Greece. The War of the Roses was in the 15th century. Year for the World Wide Web's first web page published, 1990. The decade in which the first Olympic Games to establish the Paralympic Games, it was the 60s. In what year did the Munich air disaster occur? 1958. The currency of the euro came into being in 1999. The Yorkshire Ripper, real name, was Peter Sutcliffe. Luna 1 was launched by the Soviet Union, or you can write down Russia, or you can write down USSR. I will accept all 3 answers, but I've put down Soviet Union, but you can fight amongst yourselves. It's USSR is definitely allowed, and then Russia was obviously after the breakup of the Iron Curtain. And then in 1833, the British claimed sovereignty over which South Atlantic islands? It was the Falklands. So mark your scores out of 10. Okay. We are going on to the, once I can load it, the movie round. So movie round questions. Okay. Movie round. Everybody ready? Question number 1. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? Question number 2. In the movie The Matrix, what colour pill does the main character Neo take? Is it the red pill or the blue pill? In the movie The Matrix, what colour pill does the main character Neo take? Is it the red pill or the blue pill? Question number 3. Who played park owner John Hammond in Jurassic Park? Who played park owner John Hammond in Jurassic Park? Question number 4. In which I'll start again. Question number 4. In what 1976 thriller does Robert De Niro famously say, "You talking to me"? In what 1976 thriller does Robert De Niro famously say, "You talking to me"? Question number 5. What is the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time? Now, for those who don't know, R-rated, it means basically an 18 in the UK. So M is mature, R for US viewers, I believe. Not that I'm from US, but R is extreme graphical violence. Basically an 18 in the UK is an R-rated movie. So what is the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time? Question number 6. Who wrote the famous scary theme music for Halloween? Who wrote the famous scary theme music for Halloween? Question number 7. What was Quentin Tarantino's first film as writer/director? What was Quentin Tarantino's first feature as a writer/director? Question number 8. Who is the only person ever to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in a Star Wars movie? I had to shove a Star Wars question in there somewhere, didn't I? Question number 8. Who is the only person ever to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in a Star Wars movie? Question number 9. In Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, who is the first kid the Oompa Loompas sing about? In Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, who is the first kid the Oompa Loompas sing about? And question number 10. Who starred as Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin in the 1988 movie Twins? Who starred as Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin in the 1988 movie Twins? So mark your scores out of 10, as always. And I'll run through them quickly. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? In the movie The Matrix, what colour pill does the main character Neo take? Is it the red or the blue pill? Who played park owner John Hammond in Jurassic Park? 1976 thriller, does Robert De Niro famously say, "You talking to me"? What is the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time? Who wrote the famous scary theme music for Halloween? What was Quentin Tarantino's first feature as a writer/director? Who is the only person ever to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in a Star Wars movie? In Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, who is the first kid the Oompa Loompas sing about? Who starred as Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin in the 1988 movie Twins? And that is your 10 questions for the movie round. I'll give you 5 seconds to pause and be ready for the answers. Lovely. Okay. Movie round, that was weird. Movie round. What's the first feature-length animated movie ever released? It's Snow White. In the movie The Matrix, what colour pill does the main character Neo take? It's the red pill. Who played park owner John Hammond in Jurassic Park? It was Richard Attenborough, David Attenborough's younger brother. I think he's younger brother. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a younger brother. Seeing David Attenborough's in his 90s now, isn't he? I don't think Richard Attenborough's actually alive anymore, so rest in peace, Richard Attenborough. In what 1976 thriller does Robert De Niro famously say, "You talking to me"? It's Taxi Driver. What is the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time? Joker. And it's by some stretch. I think it grossed over $1 billion. So yeah, very well done for Joker. Who wrote the famous scary theme for Halloween? It was John Carpenter. What was Quentin Tarantino's first feature as writer/director? It was not Pulp Fiction. It wasn't Pulp Fiction. It's not Pulp Fiction. It's Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs. Sorry, I had Pulp Fiction on the brain. It's Reservoir Dogs is the answer for Quentin Tarantino's first feature as writer/director. Only person to receive an Oscar nomination for an acting in a Star Wars movie is Alec Guinness. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the first kid the Oompa Loompas sing about. It's Augustus Gloop. I think I said that right. Augustus Gloop. And who starred as Arnold Schwarzenegger's twin in the 1988 movie Twins? It was Danny DeVito, who also plays the Penguin in Batman Returns. Quality movie, check it out. Very dark, but very good. I like my Batman to be darker. Darker tones and themes, by the way, if people are thinking, what does that mean? Next round is sports round. We've got 2 more rounds to go, so that's 5 rounds at the moment, so it'll be 50 out of 50 if you've got all the questions right. I'd love to know if you have got all the questions right. Sports round, without further ado. 7 rounds, 10 questions. First question of sports round. Which country has won the most FIFA World Cup titles? Which country has won the most FIFA World Cup titles? Question number 2. Who is the most decorated Olympian of all time with 23 gold medals? Who is the most decorated Olympian of all time with 23 gold medals? Question number 3. Which tennis player has won the most Wimbledon men's singles titles? Which tennis player has won the most Wimbledon men's singles titles? Question number 4. Which country won the Women's World Cup in 2023? Which country won the Women's World Cup in 2023? Question number 5. Which country has won the most Rugby World Cup titles? Which country has won the most Rugby World Cup titles? Question number 6. How many players are there on a baseball team? How many players are there on a baseball team? Question number 7. In which sport would you have a touchdown? In which sport would you have a touchdown? Question number 8. What is 3 strikes in a row called in bowling? What is 3 strikes in a row called in bowling? Question 9. In sports, what does the term GOAT generally refer to? In sports, what does the term GOAT, so G-O-A-T, generally refer to? And question number 10. How many points is the blue ball worth in snooker? How many points is the blue ball worth in snooker? My voice is breaking on me. We're 27.5 minutes into the video. It's dying. One more round after this. I'll read the questions out again. Okay. Question number 1. Which country has the most FIFA World Cup titles? Who is the most decorated Olympian of all time with 23 gold medals? Which tennis player has won the most Wimbledon men's singles titles? Which country won the Women's World Cup in 2023? Which country has won the most Rugby World Cup titles? How many players are there on a baseball team? In which sport would you have a touchdown? What is 3 strikes in a row called in bowling? In sports, what does the term GOAT generally refer to? And how many points is the blue ball worth in snooker? Mark your scores out of 10, and I'll give you 5 seconds to pause and be ready for the answers. Okay, so question number 1. Which country has the most FIFA World Cup titles? Is Brazil. Most decorated Olympian of all time is Michael Phelps for swimming. Which tennis player has won the most Wimbledon men's singles titles? It's Roger Federer. Which country won the Women's World Cup in 2023? Spain. Spain beat England in the final. Which country has won the most Rugby World Cup titles? It's New Zealand. How many players are there on a baseball team? It's 9. In which sports would you have a touchdown? That's American football, or you can put NFL. What is 3 strikes in a row called in bowling? It's a turkey. In sports, what does the term GOAT generally refer to? It's the greatest of all time. And how many points is the blue ball worth in snooker? It's worth 5 points. So mark your scores out of 10 for the sports round. Now we're coming to the end now. One more round to go. It's the TV round. So, yeah, we are ending on the TV round. I think I've done this in alphabetical order. So we've gone from Christmas round all the way to TV round. So hope you enjoyed it so far. It took me about 3 odd hours to comprise this. Just typing away and finding loads of different sites and my own questions. And I thought, oh yeah, that would be an interesting one. Oh, I don't actually know that. I'm going to check it out. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it so far. We've got one more round to go. Without further ado, let's start. TV round. Question number 1. What was the surname of Del Boy and Rodney in Only Fools and Horses? What was the surname of Del Boy and Rodney in Only Fools and Horses? Question number 2. Which was Britain's longest running TV sitcom show? Which was Britain's longest running TV sitcom show? Question number 3. In what year was Downton Abbey first aired in the UK? In what year was Downton Abbey first aired in the UK? Question number 4. Who was the first Doctor in the original incarnation of Doctor Who? What was the actor's name? Who was the first Doctor in the original incarnation of the Doctor in Doctor Who? So what I mean by that is the 1963 Doctor Who run, not the 2005 one, who was Christopher Eccleston in 2005. But I'm talking about the 1963 Doctor. Who was the actor? Question number 5. Which county in the UK was the series Broadchurch filmed and set? Which county in the UK was the series Broadchurch filmed and set? Question number 6. In which UK city is Peaky Blinders set? In which UK city is Peaky Blinders set? Question number 7. Who was the original host of the Weakest Link? Easy for me to say. Who was the original host of the Weakest Link TV show? Question number 8. In what year did the British soap opera Coronation Street first air on TV on December the 7th? In what year did the British soap opera Coronation Street first air on TV on December the 7th? Question number 9. In which fictional, could be the same word, fictional, in which fictional city is Family Guy set in? In which fictional city is Family Guy set in? And question number 10. When was the first season of The X Factor? When was the first season of The X Factor? Like, what year? Mark your scores out of 10. I'll read through them quickly once again. What was the surname of Del Boy and Rodney in Only Fools and Horses? Which was Britain's longest running TV sitcom? In what year was Downton Abbey first aired in the UK? Who was the first Doctor in the original incarnation of Doctor Who? In Doctor Who? Which county in the UK was the series Broadchurch filmed and set? In which UK city is Peaky Blinders set? Who was the original host of the Weakest Link TV show? In what year did the British soap opera Coronation Street first air on TV on December the 7th? In which fictional city is Family Guy set in? And when was the first season of The X Factor? Mark your scores out of 10. Give you 5 seconds to pause and then be ready for the answers. Okay, last round questions. Here we go. Question number 1. What was the surname of Del Boy and Rodney? It was Trotter. Longest British running TV sitcom, Last of the Summer Wine. In what year was Downton Abbey first aired? 2010 or 2010. Who was the first Doctor? It was William Hartnell. Which county in the UK was the series Broadchurch filmed and set? It was in Dorset. UK city for Peaky Blinders is Birmingham. Original host of The Weakest Link is Anne Robinson. British soap opera Coronation Street first aired on 1960 on ITV, assumably. 1960 is the year. Fictional city in Family Guy is Quahog. And when was the first season of The X Factor? It was in 2004. So Mark scores out of 10. That'd be out of 70 in total. I hope you've really enjoyed that quiz for another year. I'll try and make this a running tradition. I've done it 2 years in a row now, so why not do it next year as well? So enjoy the rest of your Boxing Day. Obviously by the time this video comes out, it will be, because it's like 35 minutes long, probably won't be here till about 3, maybe? 1:30, 3. It's very strange. Sometimes the videos upload really quickly and then some take like ages. So, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that episode. I think it's probably a lot for them to go through, so it's nothing that I've said that's over the stepping the mark sort of thing. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'm looking to get another episode out before the new year. Probably will be not a personal one. It's probably going to be a video gaming one. So for the very few that like the video game ones, by the looks of it anyway, them videos don't seem to do as well. But I enjoy doing video games. I like playing video games. So join me on the next episode, which I will probably be doing a video game. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a nice Christmas. And Christmas now, obviously, Boxing Day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.